YouTube, man, what it is, what it ain't, what's going on. And it's your boy Sofa Sis Tay, and welcome back to another episode where we express our individuality through the vice of fragrance, which like the soul, every fragrance can be unique. What's going on, Soul for feeling me, man? Just wanted to come and talk to y'all a little bit about my most recent pickups, blind buys that I grabbed recently that I've been spending a little bit of time with. Each one of these fragrances I was able to wear once. I just wanted to talk about them. So it really won't be so much of a first impression, but it's not a full review. Just wanted to come talk to y'all about, some most recent blind buys that I've been enjoying lately. If you want to know what those fragrances are, stay tuned. All right, so family, we are back. Coming up first, this fragrance, man, it's a powdery floral style fragrance with some oud. I seen the note breakdown. I thought it was interesting. Of course, it had the note of rose, which is my favorite. So when I looked at the rest of the note breakdown, I thought it would be something that I would enjoy. The price was reasonable, so I took a chance on it and blind bought it. That fragrance is Vertus from the house of Vertus. It is Rose Morocco. And man, mainly things I get with this fragrance is definitely that rose. It's more of a powdery rose with some spices, some oud, some woods, things of that nature. It actually reminds me of another fragrance that's very popular in the community, which is Oud Saint Mood from MFK. But to me, it's a little bit more powdery, a little bit more woody. The rose is more powdery as well, and the oud stands out much more in this fragrance than it does in Oud Saint Mood. Oud Saint Mood to me is more of the rose, the spices and woody. This right here, this Rose Morocco, from the one wearing that I did wear, it really came off as a powdery rose oud fragrance more so than the woody aspect and spices. But there was a little bit of spices in here with some fruity accords. I'm not going to go through the full note breakdown, anything like that. I'm going to spend some more time with it. But if you're looking for an alternative to Oud Saint Mood that's has that similar vibe and scent profile and DNA, Rose Morocco would definitely be a good alternative, especially for the price point that you can get this fragrance at. Very quality oils, a mix of naturals and synthetics, but definitely a great fragrance. If you haven't got your nose on it, you're looking for alternative, check out Rose Morocco from Vertus. Coming up next, Sofa family, this next fragrance is definitely going to be a staple coming up this spring and summer. It's a fruity, aromatic style fragrance with some florals. My first fragrance from the house, Lorenzo Pezzaglia. Yeah, I'm probably butchering this name, but my first fragrance from the house, it is Rose Passion. And man, I've been spending a little bit of time with it. Like I said, I wore it once. I picked this fragrance up off of the recommendation of my guy, Selly Knows It All. One of his live videos, he talked about this fragrance. I seen the note breakdown. Got some fruit, some citrus, some rose, woolly, vanilla dry down. Man, when I seen the note breakdown, I knew it was just my speed and I had to get my nose on it. And when I first time I wore it, really the only time I wore it, right off the back, I got a beautiful passion fruit with some black currant with a dominant rose note. Man. This summer, when I finally put out one of my panty dropper lists, or the brunch, beach clubs, rooftop style list, this fragrance definitely would be on it. Like I said, it's a beautiful, bright, juicy, fruity citrus floral fragrance with some woods, some musk, and some vanilla, hints of sweetness, in the dry down. If you haven't got your nose on it, this is one I highly recommend. Y'all tapping in, getting the sample, especially with the weather starting to change and it's about to warm up. Like I said, this is Passion Rose from the house of Lorenzo Pellegrini or whatever, however you pronounce the house it is. I'm butchering it, I know. But last but not least, Soulful Family, man, this last fragrance was the only fragrance on this list today that I didn't blind buy. I smelled it once in Neiman Marcus on the Texas Strip, and I knew immediately I had to grab this fragrance. I needed it in my collection. And it's crazy because the House of Unwatch is a fragrance house that I tried early in my fragrance journey, and I really wasn't ready for those Middle Eastern style fragrances. My nose wasn't mature enough to understand them, and Amouage just really wasn't my style. But as I've grown and been progressing through my fragrance journey, retrying the house is definitely a house I'm going to dive more into. And I started with this fragrance, and it is none other than Overture Woman from the house of Amouage. And man, this fragrance right here, stunning. Stunning. Booze, sweetness. You got some spices. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's an apple that gives it crispness in the opening. Of course, some woods, some vanilla to give it a little bit of sweetness. Man, when I'm telling you this fragrance, I already know is going to be a staple for date nights, a staple if you want to dress up. You can wear it to work. I wouldn't go too heavy on the sprays, but it's definitely an all around fragrance. Spring nights, I can see myself wearing. It's definitely not a fragrance for the heat. So I'm gonna get my wearings in while I can before this weather change. But summer nights, if I know you got a nice breeze or you're gonna be indoors, you can wear it. Same with the spring, anytime in fall or winter. So far since I've been wearing it, but man, this fragrance right here, I've been enjoying. This is the only fragrance also that I've worn twice since getting it, and I've really been enjoying this fragrance from the House of Watch Overture Woman. It definitely has me curious to dive more into the house. So if you haven't got your nose on anything from Watch, I would definitely advise starting with this one, Overture Woman, man. Such a beautiful fragrance, high quality, long lasting. Man, it's beautiful. Up, Sober family, man, that is my time. I appreciate y'all for taking the time out your day to watch this video, tuning in with me to seeing what's fragrances I've been diving into and spending some time with. I definitely appreciate all the love and support. Until next time, man, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Peace and love. Blessings.